ready for another beating?
Shalom. Shalom to all of the brothers in the manosphere. I'm your man Whodidit, and this is another episode of Reality Clips. But it could cross-reference to the classic series of the Scouting Report. And the title of this Reality Clips is Sometimes You Have to Change Characters to Defeat the Boss. If you remember a while back with the avatar or the icon or the picture used for one of my reality clips of Take Me to the Boss, it had some references to the classic song I'm About to Move to Mars by Pastor Troy, one of my favorite artists from Augusta, Georgia. It had a picture of obviously Tiny Lister, and I believe the instrumental or the background music was with DMX, I'm Ready to Meet Him. There was so many references and so many clips used from Sopranos and other different pieces where you have to go to the boss and you don't feel complete. You know, you might fool around with some flunkies, you may deal with some people on the ground level, you may elevate to stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. We used to call them boards back in the day. When we used to play Super Nintendo, and even back to the classic NES, and obviously I was a Sega head too. You have to be certain stages to get to certain people or certain bosses. Well, in this case, I'm going to use a reference from the Mortal Kombat series. There was a mutant or an animal or a combination of both, a demon, a monster by the name of Goro. And I remember hearing that the easiest way to beat Goro is not Sub-Zero, not Scorpion, but to use Liu Kang. And then I heard there was even other characters from that video game, such as Johnny Cage. You could do the split nut punch. I think that was what it was called back in the day, where he does a split and he sucker punches his opponent, in the testicles. Well, me and my boy, man, was talking the other day, my boy ABZ, and he was saying that sometimes we have to change characters, man, in order to beat certain bosses. Now, this is not us highlighting or encouraging any type of schizophrenia, multiple personalities. We're not saying that you need to summon or go into an astral plane and develop a whole nother personality. However, the saying goes, sometimes you have to learn how to play the game. Well, in this case, we're not talking about Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter or Sonic or Tekken or NBA Live or 2K or Madden or college football, rather. We are talking about the game of life, people. And sometimes that hard-nosed, bullheaded person that you are is not going to work in corporate America. Sometimes you trying to be that smooth-talking, fast-talking salesman as a street pharmacist will not correlate to your professor at Harvard or Yale. Sometimes, sisters, your beauty is not going to be all that it takes, or talking raunchy, or showing them your TikTok account or your Facebook status. However, I do know that one day status points or status currency will be a thing in this society. I'm totally against that because I know that my Creator, the Most High, has never been one about the outward appearance. It's all about the inward appearance. And obviously, if you're all about stats, you're only about status, you're going against that. But that's another video for another time. You follow me? So in this case, you have to change characters sometimes depending on the boss you fighting. Change the freaking character, man. You can't keep being that same person you was 10 years ago if you keep running into the same opposition and you keep losing. That's the main point of this reality clip. Again, this could cross-reference to the Scouting Report also. If you keep losing, change it up. You might not want to move as fast. You might want to move a little bit more patiently. You might want to strategically plan how to knock that person out in a different combination. Well, you have to change the character. If you're always bullheadish, try to be a little bit more level-head. If you're always slick talking, try to shut up and practice active listening. If you're a strategic thinker and you like to procrastinate at times and you're moving methodical or slowly, it might be time for you to ramp up that pace. Sometimes you have to strike hard and strike first, Cobra Kai style. I'm all prone of that type of nature. That language, that bravada, that all of that is prevalent in our days in this society. But you have to know when you're going up against that type of opposition. If they're stronger than you, try to move quicker. If they're quicker than you, try to move stronger, get stronger. Every weakness has a way to strengthen it. You have to understand what character you have. Now, don't you see when a child is born and they make certain faces? They say, oh, she looks like her dad. Oh, he looks just like his mom. Oh, man, I see his uncle right there. Ooh, she made a face like her grandmother. We all have a mother and a father that we came from. So don't tell me that there's only one characteristic to you. You only have one character trait. Just like some of us have many flaws, some of us have enrichment treasure chest of gifts. Some of you all speak very well. Some of you are great thinkers, great builders, great socialists, great conversationalists. So don't abuse your time by just sitting around going up against a hard brick wall known as these opposition and these barriers in life. That's life. Sometimes the Most High wants you to pause and change the character up a little bit. Again, this is not highlighting multiple personality disorder. This is not me telling you to be a mental health patient. This is not me telling you to practice going crazy or become delusional. But I am encouraging you as the listener, the viewer, and all of the subscribers, don't hesitate to look inside that box and find another characteristic that you never knew you had to defeat the opposition. Now, what opposition it is, it could be that supervisor. It could be that butthole cousin that's coming over for the holidays. It could be your children. It could be something invisible. It could be the man in the mirror. Believe it or not, you got to change your character. Start speaking words of affirmation to yourself to make sure that you achieve your goal. This is your man who did it this time, coming at you with another episode, another installment to the classic series of reality clips where we highlighted change your character to defeat certain bosses. I love you. Take care. Peace.
Tiger uppercut.